Chris Demm showed me this at Ancient Soft Copy, and it's got me up nights.
It didn't until now.
Until now.
Okay.
I'll be up tonight. Tommy Kirk has passed away at the age of 79. And I know what you're saying to yourself. Who is Tommy Kirk? Why should I care? Tommy Kirk played the boy, Travis, in the movie Old Yeller. And he had to put Old Yeller down.
No, Mama.
That's Tommy Kirk.
There's no hope for him now, Travis.
Well, when Chris Demm told me who he was, I
Travis,
said, well,
you winged him.
Cut.
Go finish the job, Travis.
The kid missed. Bring in another one.
Yeah, back then there was no
There was no animal laws back then.
Sure.
Humane Society on set.
12 dogs were harmed in the making of this movie.
This one didn't even yellow. Paint it yellow. We don't care.
Well, when Chris Demm told me he had passed and who he was, I said he gets what he gets for shooting Old Yeller.
That's what he gets.
Here he is.
He had a long, happy life.
Well, he
Who,
didn't.
Yeller or Tommy?
He didn't.
He did not have
really
a happy
did not
life.
have a happy. That's the big story here is I had no idea of this. I've only seen him in Old Yeller, and well, he was in Swiss Family Robinson,
Which we love. The Dems love that, but that's an ensemble piece.
You probably didn't even know he's in it.
The one from the 60s, like the Disney one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Disney.
I loved that growing up.
It's a great story.
Tommy Kirk was amongst a stable of Disney child actors, and that they were, Disney hired them back then.
Yeah.
He was in another movie.
And they worked all the time.
Yeah. He's in The Shaggy Dog.
Oh, yeah.
He's in The Misadventures of Merlin Jones, and he wound up getting cast in the Mickey Mouse Club. In 1964, at age 21, he was fired by Walt Disney personally because he was gay. Disney said,
Kirk, get in here. Hey, Mr. Disney.
"Hey, Mr. Disney, you're fired," and I think you know why. Get out.
We're trying to talk, Tommy. You're not going to fire me in the Mickey voice, are you? You bet I am, Pop. I've heard some stories about you after hours.
All true. He was gay. He says it at age 17 or 18. He said, "I finally admitted to myself, I'm not going to change. I am who I am. I'm homosexual." And when word got out, rumors spread in 1964 at age 21, Walt Disney said, "Get him out."
You're out.
Yep, and he's done.
My Lord.
He said, "I knew when I admitted to myself that I was gay, my Disney career would likely be over." And it was. And he said, maybe even my whole acting career. And it was.
Well, he did tons of movies, but they were awful.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, like C movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch Mystery Science Theater like I did way back in the 90s and early aughts, I guess, you'd see a lot of Tommy Kirk movies.
Okay.
Including Catalina Caper, one of the worst movies ever put on cinema.
By far, his biggest achievement is Old Yeller. That's what he's known for, of course. He died at 79. Despite the fallout from being fired at age 21 for being gay, Tommy was inducted as a Disney legend in 2006.
When did Walt pass?
Walt passed in the 70s.
Okay.
Disney World opened 50 years ago, 1971, and I don't know that Walt saw it. I think
really?
died. I think he died like as it was being planned. Yeah, I want to say that. Media guy Craig, I almost guaranteed. I said to Kristen, Media guy Craig's going to know something
He'll
about
know
him.
more.
Tommy Kirk, star of Old Yeller, dead at 79. Media guy Craig, what do you add to this?
Well, after Disney fired him in '64, he moved over to American International because they didn't have the same stipulations. So they hired him to replace Frankie Avalon in the later beach movies they were still churning out.
Ah, okay. And did he do
like
well?
Catalina Caper?
Catalina Caper was not one of those. That was an even lower budget movie made in Florida. But he did The Ghost in the Invisible Bikini and Pajama Party were the two.
All right, okay. Two more bad movies in the life of Tommy Kirk. Well, may he rest. And that is unfortunate that Walt Disney fired him just for being gay.
Yeah, I wonder how many people Walt fired personally.
Couldn't be that many. You wouldn't.
No.
He'd
Although he ran the empire for a long
but
time.
you think he'd staff it out? I mean,
Yeah, but when you kind of start learning more about Disney, he didn't have a ton of money. So he might have been the one that fired everybody himself. He was always seemed like he was trying to get out of debt for what he was doing.
They say in those documentaries, yes, that he financed a lot of it himself early, so he was out and really never saw it become the enormous success. That it. But he made good money on Disneyland. But like I said, he died as Disney World was being planned. Ben, you wanted to talk about Old Yeller. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had a dog that got into a porcupine when we lived in Montana, and when she turned on me and attacked, I had to, my stepfather gave me his pistol and said, "Your dog, take care of it." So I had to put it in the head, and then I had to bury it.
Oh. How old were you?
11.
Oh. I am so much softer than you or your stepfather.
No wonder stepfathers get a bad rap.
Years later, I went in the Marine Corps.
Man. In looking back, do you think that was a good learning experience or something you just would never put on your own child?
No, I would do it any day.
You would, because that's life.
Death is part of life. Exactly.
Whew. But I think, that's so funny. Thank you, Ben. That's not funny. What happened to you? That's awful. But I just read something today about putting dogs down. You talk about, get ready for the waterworks. All right.
You're not
no
going to sneak this up on the wife, are you?
No.
This isn't for personal research?
No. No, we love our dog very much. Our dog Annie, of course.
That's convincing.
I was reading about a veterinary hospital in Texas, and they have a jar of Hershey's Kisses, and they call it One Last Kiss. They have a jar that says One Last Kiss. Get ready for the waterworks now. The jar is it says One Last Kiss, and before a dog is to be put down, they give the dog 2 or 3 Hershey Kisses because they think a dog shouldn't go through its whole life without knowing what chocolate tastes like. The dog can't eat chocolate because the dog, of course, it makes the dog sick. But they give the dog chocolates, one last kiss, and then they, a few minutes later, inject the dog, and that's it. But I think it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful thing that they do.
Never has something so dark been passed around the internet as a good thing.
Yeah, I can't imagine Hershey's is good with this.
What are you talking about?
I found it. I've seen it been posted for 2 weeks now.
That's the nicest thing.
And I always think it's dark.
How could you possibly?
What about giving them a Miller Lite? You never had a Miller Lite before.
Yeah. It's funny.
You know what? I know you're about to die. Would you like an upset stomach?
How about a menthol cigarette? You never had one of these before.
Yeah,
that's right. I'm glad you mentioned that. A good friend, a radio DJ, said that when his dog, the doctor said, start spoiling him because it'll be, less than 6 months. He has cancer, and there's nothing more we can do. And, let him live as long as he's comfortable, but then he's going to get uncomfortable, have to put him down. So at that point, my friend, the radio DJ, started giving his dog steaks, whatever he wanted. He just gave him all this good stuff, even though it was bad for him. People food, didn't matter.
Not raisins.
Not raisins. No, that'll kill. That would kill him. Yeah. But steaks and, whatever.
Yeah.
Ribs.
People food. And just spoiled him rotten for the next few months. And then it was time. I saw that story and my heart absolutely broke. 2 things got me up nights. Tommy Kirk. Tommy Kirk's passing. And this sitting across the desk from Uncle Walt.
Golly, I can't.
Oh man, imagine the slurs that flew out of his mouth.
Oh, I
In
know.
the 60s, the thing. Curl your hair.
The things he said.
Much like my theory with KFC, I think they kept a lot of Walt Disney buried.
Yeah,
there's a cute statue of him right as you come into Disney World, holding Mickey's hand and looking all happy.
Yeah,
but I think behind the scenes, like most things back then, a lot more darker.
Well, they fired this guy for being gay, of course. But back then, I'm sure most people would say, good. I'm glad you fired him. It was 1964. I love that factoid about Walt Disney that right now, Disney employees, the Disney staff, if they point, they always point with 2 fingers because Walt said 1 finger is rude, but 2 fingers is helpful. But I believe it was I think it was Disney.
One of our Disney Ryan?
Disney Ryan said, well, the reason everybody points with 2 fingers is because Walt always had a cigarette between his index finger and long finger, and that's how he pointed.
We're going to knock down that building.
Yeah. We're going to fire that gay kid. We're going to fire that gay kid.
There.
What have you heard about that one?
Yeah.
What about that one?
He's gone. Get rid of him.